Toys Alive. How's everybody in there tonight? Sorry about that. Beat of the J and I were just sitting here just chatting away like we usually do, and unfortunately we kind of gapped it. We're supposed to be actually streaming this shit. We don't just chat for our sake. We're supposed to be chatting for you guys' sake. B, dude, what is up?
What is up, man? Well, I'm in San Diego. You're at the beach, apparently. So that's cool. It'll be a little bit of a different show, man. We were just talking about giveaways. And we were talking about what the giveaway was going to be for tonight. And I think it's going to be an E2K gift card is what we're going to do. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. What is up? General Porpoise, Lynn's the Rap Boy. What's going on? Zimitco, Folklore, Dylan Clement. Got a package in the mail for you, my friend. Bootleg Toyco, Cool Mo P. Nim, Ordinary, Skilled in the house. What's up, people? Uncle Spank, my man. What's going on?
You're just getting everybody there.
Hey.
You maybe miss Telezoa. You get them? I'm not familiar with Telezoa. Welcome to Telezoa. We're chilling, homie. You got
nice
chat or live chat on.
Oh, live chat. God dang it. I forgot about that, man.
So don't forget, guys, turn on that live chat, hit that like button, because as unveiled, liking this video for whatever reason, it doesn't do anything for us, doesn't help our metrics or analytics. It only helps you win the wheel, the Wonder Wheel.
That's correct. It's the karma button. We should call that the karma button.
Yeah, hit that karma button.
Some people have their finger just hitting that thing,
right?
Which is fine. Josh Smith, King Dingus, Bliss Receptor is in the house. What's up, everybody?
Full house and a couple new faces tonight. Holy cow, man.
Yeah, right on. Nice.
Chat from Top Chat. Yeah, same, dude. That live chat gets me every time. Speaking this week being, I don't even remember. You said something a moment ago. I was like, yeah. Everybody's been flexing their grabs this week, man. I love it. I love seeing like Zimitco get some Pocket Toyco. I love that Ordinary Toys just slammed us in a post from getting pieces from us and getting some pieces from oh my goodness, I can't remember them all right now. We'll pull up their page. I've got a tab with them. But dude, and then Zimitco, like, yeah, I'm just loving seeing everybody getting the grabs lately. I don't know. Gets me all hot and bothered.
Yeah, no, dude, I just saw, you're right, man. I just saw Ordinary Toys with that post right before we came on, man. And they had a freaking sweet haul of just some really cool stuff. So congrats on that. But yeah, dude, it's good to see, man. People are buying, people are making. That's what it's all about.
Well, and I think we've talked about it before too. Like, one of the big things that ends up happening is people end up meeting other people in the community that they think are friends, and they get to know them and they also admire them. They'd like some of that work on their shelves. It really does create that participation in a community, man. And I'm not gonna point it out. I do know that, in any community of any kind, there's always bound to be like a little bit of drama, right? Things happen. I would just put it out there again. This is something I firmly believe in. It's a large playground. Everybody can play how they want. If you see some people playing basketball and you don't like basketball, rather than feel like you have to play basketball and get mad at everybody else playing basketball, just go play some soccer, go play some tag, go play some grounder. There are so many people. Find your clan, find your little tribe, and be nice to one another.
All right, I think we may have just stumbled on another Canadian thing that I don't know about. Did you say play some grounder? What's grounder?
What?
Maybe we call it something else. What's grounder? Give me the breakdown.
You must call it something else. So grounder is essentially the person who's closes their eyes, spins around 10 times. Everybody else hides all over the monkey equipment, right? And the person who's they've got to try and feel their way around the equipment. A lot of people get hurt. And you basically grab somebody and say their name, which makes it even harder because there could be like 10 kids crawling over this equipment and you're just grabbing somebody being like, B to the J. And you're trying to be quiet because you don't want them to get your name right. And at the same time, while you're trying to avoid getting touched by them, you can't touch the ground when they say grounder. So if you happen to be on the ground when they say grounder, you're it. And if they touch you and say your name, you're it. So then you have to close your eyes, turn around 10 times, and then blindly try and feel your way around a very dangerous metal jungle gym.
That's definitely a Canadian thing. I have never heard of that. Somebody in another part of the United States, please tell me that you've played that, because I've never heard of that. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like 5 different games that we played here, all wrapped up into one. That sounds like lava, right?
See,
Don't touch
I was
it.
picturing Lava Monster. It's basically like Lava Monster, isn't it?
It's like that. It's like Heads Up 7 Up. It's like Marco Polo. It's like Freeze Tag. I don't know. That sounds like a bunch of things wrapped up. That sounds fun. I think that'd be really fun as a kid.
Yeah. If anything, you're gonna say it's like Marco Polo, but you don't say anything. Like if anything, like the whole point is like you're trying to be dead silent. You're like quietly crawling over this equipment, being like, "Don't touch me, don't mind me."
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you're like hanging on to poles, being like, I'm gonna have to drop to the ground soon. But if I drop to the ground, you're gonna hear the dirt, and then you're gonna call a grounder, and then I'm it.
You know what's very funny, dude, is I've seen that's a wild game, by the way. What's funny is I've seen people play, it's like this quiet place game. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where they're like somebody has like a Nerf gun or something like that, and they're blindfolded, they can't see, and everybody's just like, like, you know what I mean? That looks pretty fun. I've seen some funny shit, man, where people are like, you know, a centimeter away from your face. And I don't know, man. I mean, even with a blindfold on, I think like a lot of us can feel someone's presence. Like if someone was right here, my eyes were closed, I'd be like, what the fuck? Which would be kind of a trip.
Oh yeah. Dude, anything like I shit you not, the first time I ever broke a bone, I had broken my ulna, and then I didn't want to say anything. So I was holding my arm to my chest all day. I was like, oh, my ulna, like my arm hurts, right? We were playing grounder. I shit you not, I didn't want to get it. And I ran and I jumped and I grabbed onto this bar, and that's how I snapped my radius. I ended up breaking my ulna and my radius at 2 different times in the same day.
Okay. The best part of that story was when you said you hit your arm, and you were walking around going, oh, my ulna.
I probably wasn't actually saying, oh, my ulna. I was just like, oh, my arm hurts, you know? I'm not a chance.
Oh, my ulna. Oh, God, that sounds horrific, dude. That ulna and what's the other one there? The radius?
The radius. Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
To your arm.
Yeah, my son snapped both of those clean in half, dude. Not even clean in half. It was jagged as hell on a skateboard when he was like 14. And that was horrific because I went and picked him up off the lawn. He was face down and felt it in his arm just all right. Anyways, that was traumatic. I'm not good with that shit, man. Straight up.
All right, so last one, I promise.
Okay.
Somehow going down a big old hill, and right at the turn, I didn't realize they'd removed a section of road for gravel. So you're basically entering a bowl. You're coming down this huge hill. You're going to turn. You're going to go up a hill. Well, the moment I come go up that hill, I just hit this fucking gravel patch, dude. Literally just like land flat. I remember my dart had put itself out. It extinguished itself against my palm. I was like, fuck this. I remember like thinking to myself, well, you know, the rule of thumb is that if you can't really use your hand when it's broken, like it's not broken. So of course my mind was like, okay, I'm going to keep using my left hand to like grab my longboard, carry my longboard, just like everything I'm going to do with my left hand. Cause like, it's not broken if I can do that. I get home, it gets a pulse. I'm like, oh shit, I can't sleep. My hand's pulsating like an actual pulse. So what do? Longboard to the hospital. Dude takes my x-ray. I shit you not. This was the only time in my life that a doctor came in and he was like, you obliterated your pistula. And I was like, pardon? And he puts the x-ray up and he was like, see all this gray dust? That's normally a circular bone. And I was just kind of like, cool.
You're like, so how do we fix that?
Ends up being a 2-part cast. If anything, they can't even put you in a full cast because the swelling is going to be so bad until they can do surgery. They put you in a 2 half cast, and then they bandage that. So that way it has some give for the swelling to actually be able to go.
Yeah.
The best part is when they were like, so how are you getting home? I'm like, skateboarding? How did I get here, homies?
That is funny. That is funny. That's something that you'd see on a sitcom. Like it would be like, you know, you're at the hospital and everything, and then you're finally getting released and no one's saying anything. You're like, all right, see you later. And then you just drop your board on the ground and everybody's like, you know, oh God, dude. That, God, that's savage, dude. Just skating home.
Dude, we've talked about it, man. Like,
oh boy.
Canadian free healthcare is kind of dangerous. You're just raising a bunch of crash test dummies over here.
Yeah, no kidding. Ooh, Dark Rainbow is in the house. Nice. Dookie, what's up, man?
And Dark Rainbow, this is a weird hour for you, homie. This is an Australia time. You're at work right now. The old
Yeah, and so Ordinary Toys, right? That was the first picture in their post today, was the dark rainbow giveaway piece that they won, which is a badass piece. Um, man, just incredible work, dude. Holy smokes.
Well, and we were actually talking about this earlier this week, and I would say this to anybody on here. Please, please, please tag us in any of the things that you've ever gotten from the giveaways, because we'd love to be able to compile those together in reels or videos or posts to make sure to give some shout outs again to those artists that donated that. It shouldn't just be like that artist donated a piece and it was like one and done and somebody's enjoying it now. Like we want to celebrate that repeated.
Yes, 100%.
Being said, I mean, we've talked about it twice now. I'm just going to pull it up. So if you guys share screen here, your share screen is loading. I bet you it's because I've got a graphic background. I'm going to have to remove that. But Ordinary Toys did a freaking nuts post today sharing the toys they ended up winning from us. There's the amazing Sinestro piece by Dark Rainbow Toys, and I went from Toys Alive. Everything about this figure is top notch. Like, read that breakdown he's for every single piece, man. And admittedly, this is what I love about toy collectors, dude. You have like such a wide range of work here. You've got this phenomenal Dark Boys piece. Like, well, they're all phenomenal. I don't want to say that, but like different. They're just so different amongst everything here. This low tier toys, and of course General Porpoise with this fucking skin mucker.
Oh, it's a beauty, man.
And from the Toys on Tap bootleg flea market, man, that was a huge success for them. Congratulations, and also shout out, dude. Toys on Tap. And I'm gonna say it, dude. Like, we've been bitter butthurt bastards before about the fact nobody shares our shit, but Toys on Tap, homie, that love lately. Oh, thank you, man. That really means a lot. I know that we're all from like that same time, dude. That really means a lot.
Yeah, and you know what, man? Me and Abe were talking the other day, and it'll be next year, but next year is going to be 3 years for Toys on Tap. So congrats on that. That's a while. That's a while. Yeah, 3 years of consistent interviews. That's good shit.
I'm gonna put it out there. Like, I whatever it is, what it is. Abe, if it bothers you, I'm sorry, homie, but I would say when I first met Yucko Toys, I would not have put them as somebody who would have put this much time, energy, effort into a 3-year-long toy interviewing podcast.
And you know what, dude? I think there really is something to be said for that, because it is consistency, and you can tell that there's passion there. And anybody who has even just an ounce of passion for this scene, man, is all right with me. But it's a grind, man. I mean, an interview show.
And a solo grind. Like, he does it all himself.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, being all audio, I'm sure some of it still does get popped into Audacity and gets some trimmed up. I don't know if he sends it over to Chicken Burger Disco to throw the ads in there and get it all game staged, or if Chicken Burger Disco just kind of tosses the ads on the final product after. I don't really know how they work that portion out, but it's still a lot of work, dude. And the reality is I know firsthand, when you're interviewing artists privately, when you're not doing a live, you would be amazed how often you get hit up in the DMs afterwards being like, hey, I was thinking about this thing I said, and do you mind cutting A and C and E? And all of a sudden, like, something that you thought was going to be just like a seamless interview, you're popping up. You're actually trying to be respectful and remove some of the things they maybe didn't want brought up that night.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And we talked about that a long time ago too, about just editing and how long it takes to edit something. And I said, dude, luckily for us, we don't edit shit. It's live. And you know what I mean? So whatever it is, it is. But you can imagine, the work that we do, and with just not editing, with just kind of keeping up the account, right? But then having to do that, and then schedule interviews, then do interviews, then cut it. Man, rinse and repeat for 3 years. You know what I mean? That's a grind. He's not getting paid for it. And that's where I think the passion comes in, right? You're not getting paid for it, but it's this consistent product that is really, I would say for us, this kind of new wave, let's call it the 2020 and beyond, right? It's like Toys on Tap is like the interview show for people in our community. If you're looking for a podcast that's audio, that has to do with this scene, I would point you in that direction. Anybody, that's where you go. So anyways, congrats to Abe again, man. Dre, what's up, man? Good to see you. Bureau of Print, thank you. Robert Bloom is in the house. Worst villain ever. Somebody tell Robert Bloom how to change your name on YouTube. If somebody knows how to do that, that's been a problem for the last few weeks. And I don't know. So we're in the same boat, my man.
I feel bad, but my brain doesn't work to be able to do it on the fly. Like the reality is like if we were sitting somewhere different, it's like, oh, let me run through it and make sure I know how to do this. I just and just do it. But I'm not know how to do that right off the fly. Also, Bureau of Print, that's not why that K, right? No.
I don't know.
Francisco Ramirez. Sorry, Bureau of Print. I just hadn't seen you on before. I wanted to get familiar with your IG account real quick, and I'm a creep.
You know what, man? Speaking of why that K, that account went silent for a couple minutes. Maybe not silent, maybe just a little bit slow. But also some cool stuff, man. We had some good discussion about a couple things. I probably need to follow up on that and see what's going on. But yeah, why that K? Check that out. That's a good account.
Not familiar, probably like the highlight for us toy folks is going to be that reminder piece he did. The has why that K across the mouth and stitching, has the bandana across the eyeballs, and yeah, sick figure, man, colored shirt. I think there's resin and vinyls of those. But why that K also runs like a, I don't want to say a clothing brand, it's more of an artisanal print brand that puts their cozies, hats, they make like anything that you can really think of.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was that why that K was actually quiet, or if it was that they're on to other endeavors. Hey,
you're probably right.
Before we get too into the evening, you're probably have to slip away tonight, right?
I will, man. I think I was telling you before, I'm down in San Diego and we have this dinner scheduled tonight, which I'm already 20 minutes late for, which I don't really care about. I just can't ditch the whole thing. So yeah, I'll probably hang out for a few more and then probably have to take off once we get Porpoise in here. And that sucks, dude. I look forward to Thursdays, and now I'm just looking forward to next Thursday, man. I'll be looking forward to watching the recorded piece of this. And who knows, dude, maybe we'll finish up early and you guys will still be talking. You never know. Some nights it's like that. You know how we be.
If anything, I think tonight we'll probably be wrapping up a little bit earlier than you guys.
You're like, hold on there.
Well, admittedly, like we're so grateful. I'm very grateful that we have somebody like Porpoise willing to come on in. The fact that Kumo P was so down to pop open that he's going to pop in a little bit probably, and rip into that pocket salsa box that's from all the way from the heavy metal Hanukkah show.
Wow, that's a few months old, huh?
Because Kumo P ended up winning that heavy metal Hanukkah piece by pocket.
That's right. He
just hasn't been in an opportunity to be able to check it out. So even today, he was like, "Man, I'm excited. I kind of forget what the heck is even in there." I know there's some really dope work. I know that there's a saying on the back of one of the pieces, but I can't even remember what it is now. Porpoise, I'm gonna make room here, man, so you can just come chill with us. I'm referring to him now as one of our co-hosts, but not co-hosts, more like cocoa, some hot cocoa.
Some like cocoa, COCOA. Oh, a new one.
That's a good one. That might be one of the best ones yet, dude.
Bro, that is the scruffiest looking cat, dude.
I can barely breathe in this thing.
So I'm hoping you've been sitting there for the last 20 minutes, just like, come on, guys, come on.
The things we do for our community. Oh, holy.
Dude, one of the funniest things I've seen on the internet probably in the last year, I'm sure you guys saw it too, where that guy was having a meeting, he had that cat filter on his face and he couldn't figure out how to get it off. So he's having like this high level executive meeting and you got this fucking cat face talking to you. Bro, that was hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it was a court case. I'm pretty sure it was a lawyer on a court case. And he was like, for the record, I'm not a cat. Porpoise, are you rocking a fucking lazy hawk, homie?
A lazy hawk?
Do you have a mohawk?
Oh, no. I just short sides.
I got so
Oh man,
excited that we were twins.
you had Crumbs
No,
very.
no lazy talk for me, but maybe someday. But
Oh,
yeah, this
tiny toys.
was a one size fits all. This is clearly for a child. This is
Well, that makes it even better because admittedly, Skilled One has said, never let it be said that Brett isn't what he eats. So
Hey,
I don't know how I feel about it being a child's though. Corpus, dude, you maybe come in with some of the best masks ever. The fact that you in the chat last week even said you actually have gone out looking for costumes at times. What the fuck?
Well, that's what that was. I was like, oh, gotta kick off the next year Toys Alive in style.
that's
See,
true.
I debated it, and I wasn't sure if B and I were going to dress up on our episode last week. Man, Corpus, what you drinking there, homie?
Belgian blonde, honeysuckle rose from place down Delaware.
I got excited.
Nice.
Twisted tea for a minute there. I wanted to live vicariously through you.
Dude, Como P's. Dude, so Como P's statement right there. I'm not a cat. That's exactly what that dude kept on saying on that interview. He's like, I'm not
for
a
the
cat.
record, I am not a cat. I am me.
That is a classic that will probably stick around for a real long time.
That is very, very funny.
Thank goodness for viral. That, and I would say the gentleman who decided to think that his webcam was off and begin to grab the lube and the Kleenex, and everybody's like, "No, you guys have seen that?
We're still rolling."
Yeah, they were like having a Zoom meeting. We're like, yeah. Anyways, man,
Yeah.
the chat is popping tonight. Holy cow! I'm sorry missing you guys so much. My goodness. And I don't know if I'm missing any newcomers coming in, but thank you guys for welcoming everybody and saying howdy to everybody and keeping everybody feeling warm and fuzzy. Has been. I'm going to add you to the wheel, even though you don't deserve it. Well, you deserve it.
Oh, if anyone deserves it.
Let's talk about the giveaway real quick before I have to bounce because I just want to.
Yes.
So the giveaway for this week is a $25 E2K gift card. We gave away 5 of those last week. And the E2K gift card is probably going to be a more consistent thing here going forward. I'll probably have more news on that next week. Dustin and I have been working on a little something to kind of get everybody involved here. So that'll be very cool. So tonight it'll be the E2K $25 gift card that'll come to you digitally. So whoever wins that, if you could shoot the Toys Alive account or myself your email address after you win, they'll shoot that right over to you. Next week, I think for the giveaway, there was that Babadrock piece, which was super sick. That was that Jason piece that we looked at last week. And I think it's called Chasin is what that one is called. But anyways, that'll be the giveaway for next week. So anyways, what's up, Brett? What are you up to, man?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just trying to not be sick. It's like it's been a month and a half, almost 2 months now that someone in the house has been sick, and it's just kids and adults. Everybody's taking their turn, and it's really fucking old. It's really fucking old.
I've been there, man, with kids.
Yeah.
You guys just gonna pass it back and forth until it eventually goes away. But yeah, dude, that's nightmare scenario 101 right there.
Yeah. But other than that, just working on a couple new things, trying to get myself ready for 5 points next month.
I saw that you're doing 5 points fast, man.
Yeah, that's I got a lot to do, but I think it'll work. I think so. We'll see.
Dude, you went hard this year. I don't know how to put it, but one, you have definitely made a name for yourself, and I'm going to show it off here in a second. I know we showed off Pocket Salsa made a rad tribute piece to you last week or so, And then, of course, there's a new one that popped up of you this past week, man. What the hell? You're a legend.
I don't know. 2 in 1 week. I don't know. That's humbled and like super, like this one is very close to something I've had in my head. Like I was like, oh, I should make a general porpoise. And it's like, well, this is probably as good or better than anything I was going to come up with. So this might become like the go-to porpoise figure.
That is sick, dude.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I also wasn't familiar with this individual was making pieces.
Yeah, like his modeling skills are like he's so good at his sculpting, and then he does print some of them. So they're not all just conceptual. He's actually like making final products out of it. And I'm consistently impressed with what I'm seeing.
Same.
Oh, that thing right there.
Oh, there you go.
Dino astronaut. It's just like, whew, look at the paint. The paint on that it's so good.
It's fun.
Yeah, dude, that is sick.
So good.
Now, Porpoise, out of curiosity, have you been following the like they
for a couple months, I think. Yeah. But yeah, like I don't know if he was talked about on the show before or someone else mentioned him, but yeah, it's been a little while that he's been on my radar, and it's just like hit after hit after hit after hit. And
so like you then. So very much like you then.
Well, I think I've had maybe I haven't shown him, but I've definitely had some misses. I've definitely had some misses. I was actually fighting one tonight right before getting on. I'm like, 2-part molds. Not a fan. But dude, there are some things where I just have to do it, and gotta say, I can't fucking stand them.
I call it
and that's definitely like a me thing, because I know there's people who are stellar with the multi-part mold making, and it's just some shit that the way I work just doesn't work as well for me. And I made a whole big fucking mess. Big mess.
Is it like one of those situations right now where basically every waking moment you're just thinking about the piece and how it's going to work and how you're going to do it?
Yeah, like right now I am kind of like, is this going to reach completion, or is this going to fail and just like, we'll see. But yeah, figure that one out later.
I'm even just like Street Fight SPDX, man. If they're all 6 sculpts, nice. Yeah, man, great pieces. Thanks for checking it out, dude. I'm gonna send you some free stickers soon. Oh well, shit. I don't know if you're talking to us or somebody in the chat there, but dope as hell. And we would always think that's fucking rad as hell. And hit us in the DMs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm behind on the chat, I feel, tonight.
Dude, you know what, man? I'm just looking at this. The lag is extreme tonight.
Yeah, I'm noticing that it's a good bit there. Yeah. Like the video and the chat are like 10, 20 seconds. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. The show's actually over and they're just seeing it now. So.
Yeah. Which we have done.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Hey, Brett, before you jump into what you're doing, man, I'm going to bounce out, dude. I don't want to interrupt you while you're opening your stuff. Apologies, I have to step out. Thank you for coming on, dude, and providing that background. Crumbs and I were talking about our backgrounds earlier, and we're like, wow, that's not a whole lot to look at. So thank you for the background.
Yeah, you get the nice just pile of parts. So it's like
Yeah.
you're in the middle of it.
But dude, looking at your shelves, man, I'm looking at all, dude, there's some great pieces up there, man. Holy shit, man. Yeah, man.
Grown a lot.
Yeah, dude. I want to say that when we first chatted with him, I want to say there was one like half row of figures, and now I'm looking at 3 full shelves.
It would have been that whole white like that white one going around the room.
This heavy shelf at the bottom was just added. This one over here. Yeah, shelving has grown.
It ends up having to happen, man. And you've got some killer pieces in there as well.
And I'm still also like reorganizing things and trying to display things nicely. And so there's just shit everywhere. But who knows? A week, a month, a day, who knows? I'll get it looking nice sooner or later.
With all that extra time that you just got kicking around.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Rainbow Yawn, what's up, man? I'll have something from Rainbow Yawn to open in the maybe on the next show. Anyways, Uncle Matty, nice drop today. The moss mat. I am glad to see that. Oh, dude, I'm glad to see. Did that drop
today, or is that dropping Friday?
It's Friday, but there was a post today. But the song is available on almost all platforms. So go check that out. Moss mat. Love that, dude. It's been stuck in my head for probably over a year now. Anyways, I got to get going, man. Nice to see you as always. I'm sure we will chat later on. Brett, thanks again for stepping in, man. Cool Mo P. Thanks again for stepping in, Cool Mo P, and sharing what you got. Congratulations on the recent wins. I will check all of you crazy maniacs out some other time.
See you later, man. Have a good evening.
Like he thinks just being part of this show, he doesn't get removed like a main. Of course I'm booting you. Of course I'm booting you, B. I thought maybe you would do your last little fist bump. So I was going to give you the time to do that, but when you didn't do that, and I saw your hand going for the keyboard or something, I was like, oh hell no, no, we remove. Right, dude. I feel like it's been a long ass time, man. I know we've asked you like 10 times, how are you doing? But how are you doing?
Not bad. Yeah, just like I feel like it has been a while. I've been things have just been, busy. Life non-toy things have been like crazy busy, and I've been like, I was saying, I literally fell asleep watching the birthday show last week. I was just like, oh man, sometimes I'm just not, the gas isn't in the tank as much anymore. So
dude.
So yeah, but it comes and goes, and I'm kicking back into gear again.
I'm glad to hear it, man.
Yeah.
And you know what, like, you're not alone in that either. Like, I think that's something that definitely is like consistent throughout this scene, that like there's just not enough time. We all get burnt out, man. Like there's just it is hard. And then this is one more thing. Like time's already pretty like sparse. This is another thing.
Yeah, it's surprising how little it takes to eat up a lot of time. And
that's just it, man. Now, out of curiosity, because I feel like I don't know anything going on tonight. What how many boxes do you have tonight, and what unboxings do you have for us?
I've got this to go through. I've been a little lackluster on getting through boxes. Like there's stuff. There's 2 boxes here from Apocalyptico, and so yeah, got a bit of a backlog.
We're doing like a backwards one.
Where it was like, because it's like, it was like just like we've just been talking about, just things getting crazy and stuff coming in. I'm like, I don't want to just like rip a box open and just toss it on the shelf and not really pay attention to it. And then it's like, I'll get to it. I'll like sit down, I'll relax, I'll enjoy it. And then it's just like, it just piled up and here we are. So yeah, but I figured I'd start with from Simeon Cheese. There was just like a random giveaway that he had last week, a week before, and nice. It was the mustache McNugget hat. Oh, my giant dome. Let's see if I can get this thing to fit. There we go. Nice. There we go. It fits. That's something I've always had problems with, is that finding hats that actually fit my head.
Small head or big head?
Like stupidly large. It's like frustratingly large. It's annoying. I've had to when I find a hat that fits, I'm like, I have to keep it, I've got to keep it in good shape because I'm not going to get another one.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
There's
also tiny the head.
Stickers. I'm getting my hands mixed up. And oh, look. A little sticker, official Simeon apparel for the hat. And there was a little bubble wrap of goodies in the bottom here. There's I forget this guy's name. It's Pokemon. Arbok, maybe?
Arbok,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's an Arbok.
This little fella with. This is pretty lovely.
Yeah, so that actually comes from a set that he has that's called Mork and Monkey. So that's Mork and Mindy show. But the Mindy figure looked so much like a monkey that he ended up putting them on a backer called Mork and Monkey. But yeah, that's a sick figure, man.
Nice. Yeah, this is very cool.
Who the hell has a Robin Williams figure with his hands in his pockets like that? Like,
yeah. Little gemstone. And a little Ziploc baggie of some little bats and succubus, some little critters, and oh, nice! It's the hamburger helper hand. Nice. I was not expecting a little hamburger helper man.
Dude, if anything, I didn't even know he had more of those left. When he was cast, he was like oddly obsessed with it and was making full gang molds of 10 hamburger helper hands at a time, only because he loved seeing them in big batches of colors. That was
being able to just like go like this and just have them.
He was literally like, I honestly just want to drive by and just like whip a handful at somebody. Just be like, here you go, helping hand.
Nice.
Yeah, man. No, Pocket, if you don't mind, or oh my goodness, General Purpose dude, if you don't mind, I'm gonna interrupt you for a quick second because I know you're doing some unboxings, and I don't want to ruin the flow, but Kumo P has got a Pocket Salsa box they've been sitting on since Hanukkah, and he apparently I was gonna bug him to maybe sneak on into the room and rip into that real quick if you'd be okay with that.
Okay.
So
like actually into the room. Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Howdy. Surprise guest.
Sorry, it's my bad. I can't hear it over yet.
Oh, man, rocking it. Is the volume on? No.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have to do the unboxing like this, homie.
That's it. Okay. Ooh, buddy. Hey, General Porpoise.
Howdy. How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Glad you could be here. I came equipped with my Japanese canary box opening knife.
Yes.
That's right. After I saw you on the show, I was like, oh man, that's what I need in my life is a better box opening knife. And I haven't cut myself opening boxes once. So there you go.
I know. It's a beauty. Everyone should have one.
Oh, you heard it here first. All right, so we got this nice little box from Pocket Salsa. This is, as I said, from the Heavy Metal and Hanukkah show from way back when. And I was pretty excited when I saw this piece. So after Crumbs had let me in on what I'd actually won, I was like, oh, I'm all set. But as you mentioned earlier, I've definitely forgotten most about this piece already. So it's going to be like a second unveiling for it where I get to see it and remember what it is I won. So congratulations for everyone for getting to be here with us today. Ooh, buddy.
Oh. I'm thinking that I remember what this is. I'm excited to see. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, buddy. There's a couple pieces in here, and I feel like this goes with some of the other stuff that we got. But here, let's pull this out of the bag. Oh, yeah. Check that out. The paint apps and everything. Ooh.
Ooh.
This is nice. I can't wait to put this up right next to my desk so it can join me on all different calls.
Nice.
Here, what else we got? Oh, bud. Oh, check out this dude. This is hefty. This is all the way in the box right there. We got all those different eyeballs on it. You can see all the individual flipping teeth going around the outside. Ooh, and the teeth here. Oh, buddy. I'm gonna be chewing on this for a while. It's a nice piece, eh?
It's big.
Oh, bud. And then this guy. This guy's been haunting my dreams since I saw it. I was like, I am memorizing that quote in the back. And then, as Crumbs has said, I totally forgot about it. Right before now, it's like, oh, may a child be named after you soon. So for those of you who were watching the show, we're like, okay, that's pretty dope. And it's like, no, man, like it's a curse. Because yeah, it's bad luck if someone names their kid after you. So may a child be named after you soon. That's a sick burn. I was like, nice Hebrew burn. So I'm gonna be rocking this. Oh, buddy. No, fantastic piece. Dark Purpose, I can't hear you again. No, sorry. Technical difficulties. That's okay. That's the end of my box. It was really nice seeing you guys. Instead of just, talking in the chat, be able to show up and say hi. So I'm gonna pop out. Crumbs can figure out how to, here you go.
All right, Porpoise Man, I'm so sorry about that, dude. Now, apparently I'm not getting audio on here, so I'm going to fiddle with that. You've got a box on your side. Please begin unveiling your box, and I am going to work on audio while you unveil your box. Unless you can't hear me either. Out of curiosity, can you hear me as well? Okay, I can't hear you for some reason, so I'm going to get my audio figured out while you do an unboxing real quick, if that's cool. Oh, no, I got nothing over here, homie. So can you hear me at all? So if you don't mind, man, I'm gonna put you on speaker and I'm gonna get you to do the next unboxing there, and I'm gonna get my audio figured out in the meantime. Yeah, okay. Because I'm not getting any. No, I'm not getting it from an outside source either. I'm not getting it from any.
Check.
There we go. There it is.
Are we cooking with gas now?
Now we're cooking with gas. I don't know what
All
the
right,
heck was
there we
going
go.
on there, man.
I don't know. The camera mic died out, so I had to go back to the flight control goggles.
Oh, okay. My apologies, man. I wasn't sure who
No,
the
that was on my end. Something going on with my webcam camera.
Oh, good. Street Fight SPDX ended up saying Russian hackers again. Guys, thank you very much, by the way, for hanging out, chilling while we are doing one of the weirdest Thursday Toyzdays ever. Porpoise homie, thank you very, very much for being patient and letting Pete kind of come in and show off that fucking pocket salsa piece. I don't mean to hold you up longer than you intended either. So please get those unboxings going, man. I am down to see you show me your vids.
We'll hop right back in it. I'll get my aggressive cat that really wants to snuggle. I'm gonna give him away for a second and get back to some boxes.
You're gonna stop stroking your pussy a moment and get back to the boxings.
All right. Say see you later, Baxter. All right. So this is the Toys Alive box.
Now I'm curious, were you peeking at that while Pete was on?
I just cut it open and I was like, oh, getting it ready to hop into. Because I had a brief stroke of Colin luck, and I won 2 giveaways, and so I got a 8-bit Mike Boss block. Woo! This thing's got some heft. Yeah, these are very, very cool. Very pleased to have this.
They're insane, dude. The 8-bit Mike pieces are insane.
Yeah.
Just the amount of resin in them alone, it's like, what are you doing?
And a resin blood Frankentank.
Yeah.
That needs a little. There we go. And there's a gun in the bag too for him. But yeah, this guy's pretty rad. Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I didn't even remember that you had gotten the Frankentank and the Boss block. Those are 2 solid as hell wins, man.
Yeah, those are very exciting. And then I think we tossed in a few stuff to do like the hiding toys around to yeah, free resin toy. I'm gonna find a spot to hide this out in the wild somewhere, and I'll tag it up so that maybe somebody who lives near me finds it. I don't know. I feel like I'm out in the out in a zone of Pennsylvania where there's not a lot of other people, so I'll find something good.
Well, and the other thing too is, I mean, I know that 8-bit Mike wants those pieces going out and about into the world, but technically these put it out into your hands too. So if you decide to hold on to that, like it's not as though all the 8-bit Mike pieces need to be hidden by whoever gets them. They have made it to a new home across the globe.
That is true.
Man, that is a good bundle. Now I am kind of curious, right? Like, with that Boss block, are his feet on the bottom, or is he like in the middle of that thing, man?
It might. I don't know if it's gonna show. You can just
Oh.
see his feet. There may be there's like one layer, and then his
And
feet rest.
Stupidly
you can
enough,
see it kind of.
B to the J and I get obsessed with the fact that there's actually a Canadian quarter in that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know why,
So
but yeah.
so yeah, it's almost flat on the bottom.
Now I'm
but
kind
not
of curious.
quite.
You gonna display anything up on top of that block with Bosk, or is he
I
just living in
might,
that?
because his arms still move. So
It's got so much area for
Yeah.
playroom.
so much room for activities.
See, my brain thought that the moment after it came out, I was like, "Oh, you idiot! The line's already been set. You didn't even know it. You didn't even get it."
And next is something a little bit different. I was searching out. I've been searching for a piece for a very long time, for a project that I'm working on, and plus I just really like this series of toys because it's a ridiculous TV show, and the toys are more ridiculous. Space Precinct it's a Jerry Anderson show from I don't know if it was the 90s or early 2000s, but just weird space sci-fi police procedural. And I
I
was
haven't thought
looking
about
for
that show
this
in
guy.
years.
Yeah, I was looking for this guy for a very long time and not finding it. This is Morgo. Like they made figures for characters that literally showed up for about 5 minutes in a single episode and never showed up again. So it's not like this guy's a recurring character or anything, but he's kind of fun. And but it came up, Crimson Guard Immoral he was posting stuff that he was working on and had a series of head casts, and I recognized them as Space Precinct characters. And I was like, oh, we started talking about it. I was like, I've been trying to track down this guy for a very long time. And he's like, oh, I have one up for sale on eBay right now as like part of a lot if you want to check it out. And so I went to check it out, and there were this many carded figures, and so I just picked them all up because why not? And like I have 4 up there, and one is a duplicate. Like these are all other ones that I had not tracked down yet, and this might be my favorite one. The Cyborg is great. Snake's also pretty great. And there's lots of potential for these things to have some, like these guys, like Orin,
Dude,
like they're just
who made these figures? Like, what company did this?
the company Vivid Imaginations out of Essex, UK.
Mentorn
Yeah, they did
Films.
not. I don't know if they didn't ever market them over here or they just didn't take off over here. But yeah, everything I've found from them prior to getting these from Crimson Guard Immoral was everything was being shipped over from the UK. And so I don't know, maybe somebody with a little more knowledge on the history of the toy line would be able to say whether they were actually sold over here or not.
So admittedly, I'm creeping them now.
Oh yeah,
like
there we
there's a
go.
little bit of everything, man. There's Officer Took, Sergeant Frito, Slow. Like there's some dope sculpts. Admittedly, even this
Yeah.
Officer Castle, it's like how often do you see a female sculpt available? It's like there's some dope pieces. This Morgo, that's the one you just ended up getting originally, right?
Yeah.
Even the snake figure ends up looking a lot like the Dragon Riders of
Oh yeah, Dragon Riders of the Styx.
There you go. His head sculpt almost reminds me of like that
There's-
Cobra one.
Because then he included a bag of heads, little source heads, and there's a dragon rider and crash test dummy. There's a bunch of goodies in here to play around with. So that was fun.
The Crash
Um,
Test Dummies line, another toy line I haven't thought about in
Yeah,
years. What
like-
are you doing over here, Nostalgic Corpus?
Yeah, they're just pretty great. And then this was something I didn't get directly from the maker, but a buddy of mine hooked me up with these two has no talent prints of some Macquarie concept figures. And there's the gold chrome plated R2 concept that goes, you can't see them, but I have the C3PO concept on the shelf, so that'll go nicely with that. And the Macquarie concept Stormtrooper. He doesn't stand up though, so I gotta figure something out. He's
You're gonna have to cast up a tiny little wheelchair for
Yeah.
him, or a
I'll
walker.
have to dig up some museum wax or something because he does not stand. But
Are those
that's-
has no talent pieces, or are those
Yeah.
Prints of the has no talent renders?
they are. I'm actually not sure exactly what. I am pretty sure that these are prints, and then they are like he paints them or gets them vac metal coated. Because just strictly on the scale, like the quantity scale that he's working on. And yeah, like the shield's definitely a print. But yeah, it's good sculpts and yeah, a very minor thing to get some wax so that this guy can stand up.
Well,
But,
the reality is that unfortunately, like a lot of the times figures get poured from the feet anyway, so feet typically
Yeah,
can be a bit hit or miss on indie figures, right?
yeah. And then like this guy has been out of the pack for days and he doesn't stand. It's like because it's just a weird sculpt, and so that's a figure that doesn't stand is like, oh, okay, you make a stand and then it's
Yeah.
fine. It's like
A
it's like, all right,
non-issue.
you make a stand and everything's okay again. And what else? Oh, speaking of resin blood, I went down to his shop last week to pick up he and Barbarian Rage had a table at Zolocon, which was in, I think that was March. That's just like down like hour and a half from here. And I had sent a piece down for that, and then I finally got a chance to go down and pick it up so that I could bring it back up here, and got to chat with Eddie for a bit, and I had a chance to pick up one of these from him. His Speed Skull vinyls, which are very, very cool. They articulate at the waist, the arms, and the head. And he's got pink, he's got glow in the dark. Yeah, they're very, very cool because they're also like, they're right in scale with the 3 3/4 stuff that yeah, just to have a soft vinyl that fits right in with the small stuff is, if you ask me, is something that there's not a lot of. So this is such a cool design too. The hot pink is probably not showing the detail that well in this light,
Right.
but the face, the whole thing of this is just very, very well done. So I don't know. I would say if you don't have one, maybe get one because they're very cool.
I would agree with you. There's something really fun about that size, man. Admittedly, it reminds me a
Yeah.
lot of like the sleeping nap stuff that used to come in right around that Star Wars size. And we really don't see a lot of Safubi like that. We usually see Safubi being like that like 2-inch range or like a finger puppet. Or then it starts getting into like that like 8-inch or 9 inches. I kind of really like the fact that that resin blood pull ended up right in action figure size, man. And also, you travel a lot, General Porpoise. Like, you've been to Toronto last summer because we did a handoff. You've been to how many different shows have you done this year?
I did assembly required, and then I will be doing 5 points.
Okay, so otherwise you're just driving around and meeting all the cool fucking toy makers because you're a boss.
Yeah, well, luckily, like, yeah, I used to live before we lived where we live now. We actually lived right in that same neck of the woods that Resin Blood has his tattoo parlor and stuff. So, and it's an easy day trip down that way now. It's just like we're just an hour and a half further out of Philly than we used to be. And
that pie that you showed the one day in your story was one of the most disappointing pizzas I have ever seen in my entire life. And the fact that you said you drove an hour and a half to get that pizza, I almost wanted to cry for you, man. You posted it and it literally just looked like bread with like somebody maybe threw like a handful of spinach at it and like 1 spoonful of sauce before that.
That was so upsetting because it's like I'm sure there's some people in the chat who know this, but it's like, okay, in like Philly, like South Philly, Manayunk, like tomato pie is a thing. Like I'm gonna talk about this for a second. So like tomato pie, like I'm not even like a Philadelphia person. I'm just like from the area. But everybody knows what tomato pie is. It's like it's a square or rectangular pie. It's a little softer dough. There's no cheese. It's just tomato sauce and like maybe a little seasoning. And so like we were having some people over and wanted to get a tomato pie and called around. This place had it and we ordered it. And it was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? And they essentially just made it something else. It's like they changed a regional, like you take a regional food and change it and call it something else when you're only like 40 minutes out of the region. It's just very confusing. And so we were very disappointed. And yeah, that pie was a sad pie. It actually didn't taste that bad. It's just not what we wanted.
Well, I'll admit, man, the fact that you even mentioned that you were like had guests come in, I think I'd be a little bit like, fuck, guys, I promise you it's normally better than this. Pocket Salsa was even saying tomato pie is great. I try to get one every time I'm trucking through Philly. So you're right.
Yeah.
It is a Philly thing. I've never heard of this. Are you like a vegetarian or vegan or something? Why? Why is there no cheese?
It's just a thing. It's great. And yet it's cold. Like, yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah. It's a special thing. And it's great. Well, you know, like cold pizza the next day is great. It's just that.
Okay. I don't know. It sounds more to me like you're woke up hungover and super high, found some old spaghetti sauce in the fridge and thought, hey, bread in this would be great. That's what that sounds like.
I'm sure it's an acquired taste, but the people who know it and they like it.
I think Toyzday has nailed it. It's not a tomato pie. It's a sad pie. A good old sad pie.
Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, you know, next time I order pizza, I'll say load it up with a bunch of sauce. Keep it cold. Don't put any cheese. Nothing about that sounds proper.
Excuse me.
Yo, Robert Bloom is saying Ohio Valley does cold cheese on a hot crust pizza.
Hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? You all sound like barbarians trying to just make do with what you have. No fire yet. I guess I'm just doing cold dough sauce. Anyways, I don't mean to rip on your pizza taste, man. What else you got over in that box is over there for us? Yeah, sorry, audio was cut again. So Porpoise, you're silent, homie.
Okay.
Yeah. It
All
just
right.
needed a
Just
special
keep me posted
whistle.
if this dies out again. But yeah, Resina Gem. Little little and
I don't think I've ever seen that Resina Gem one.
this was from the Apocalyptico show, and he even has goggles that there we are. Very cool. Little mohawk. Yeah, this is pretty rad. So yeah, that was a long time until getting that out of the box, but here we are.
Is the mohawk resin or is that actual like hair?
No, it's like doll hair.
Fuck, man. That thing reminds me of those old like battle trolls. I know I got the name wrong on that. It was
Oh yeah, the yeah, I don't remember the name
gloves
either,
and
but
the
I know what you're
glasses.
talking about.
They all had like rollerblades and stuff. This is Buffalo Bill Tuck. I'll give away something. Okay, so for some reason, Pocket Salsa says if Purpose just stands up on silent the next time it happens and does the Buffalo Bill Tuck, I'll give away something. If he does it with audio and songs Goodbye Horses, I'll give away everything.
I don't know.
And worst villain ever is saying talk up 5 points more so his wife will take him. Honestly, I haven't been to 5 points before. I hear it's probably one of the most indie art centric shows to go on between 5 Points Fest and oh my goodness, it's just kind of like the dudes from our scene, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
So I've got another Apocalyptico piece from Tone Twisted Tiger.
The old quad T, man. Dude. Like, this is going to automatically be absolutely insane. I have no idea what you grabbed from them, but let's be honest, no matter what, it's going to be insane, dude. If it's
It'd
the
be
GI,
amazing. What's that?
I was going to say if it's the GI show piece, I'm going to lose my mind because that dude's tiny backpack, the tiny head. Whew.
No, this is another Apocalyptico piece.
You probably said that
As
too. I
I-
just don't listen.
I'm just catching up on things.
Hey man.
And we've got a couple parts here. This is I'm very excited about because it's it is very well wrapped. It's got comic book wrapping in there. Yeah, this is gonna be very, very cool. Oh yeah, the quality's great.
Now I'm kind of curious, but was that actually a comic book wrapped around there, or was it potentially something they had made out of a comic book? Because I know they do make things out of comic books sometimes too. So now I'm just curious.
It was a wrapping just for the packaging.
Hell yeah.
But there's several parts here, so I want to get them all out before putting them on camera.
What's kind of funny is even when you put your head down, that stupid fucking nugget face just stares right at me, man. It's like every time you do this, he's like right there, just being like, "Oh, that's all good. What's up?" Now I know how B feels half the time.
Okay. One last thing to open up here.
Do it. Yo, Bliss Receptor, don't you worry. I've got a tab with that fucking Matty Tor TTT that he posted up earlier. That thing was insane. Jazz
Here we
Comic
are.
Book in June at the E2K meetup.
It's Old Man Logan
Oh. Yeah.
with magnetic claws.
Yeah.
They're like no visible magnets. He's got them in the resin. And then yoink. Little Wolverine. There he is.
Dude, I love how 4T or Tone Tone Twisted Tiger has just become like the king of little heads inside of a big head.
Yeah.
It's like his thing now, man.
It's
And
like
I would
his
have to agree with
calling.
you. The magnetic claws are definitely the thing for me that I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That is too cool. That is very much something we would have seen in our youth, where like toys just stuck to it that way, and we didn't really know it was just magic.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool. Now I'm trying to see what giant swamp thing they're talking about on my shelf.
Yeah, I'll admit I was trying very hard not to cut you off when he said that, because I was definitely kind of like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, 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 whoa. If it's giant, how come I'm not seeing this thing? And how come Porpoise has a giant swamp thing I didn't know about?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Is it the thing in the corner?
Because that's not a swamp thing, dog.
I don't know. Someone's
And the only
gonna
other
have to
thing-
say which shelf. I don't know. I
Right?
don't know. I'm confused.
Now I'm over here looking at your shelf, scanning it, being like, what's green?
Huh.
What looks swampy?
got-
What the
It's not
Well-
on camera. The only swamp thing that I've got is the one trick
Ooh.
swamp thing over here.
Dude,
That
your one trick
is
swamp thing
off
is so dope.
yeah, that's definitely a piece of power for me. And then this is a little something from a Mr. Jazz Whiz. Far back corner over my right shoulder.
Yeah, because I'm asking Pockets also if that's what it means. Because like, yeah, corner, I'm on a tiny phone screen. No, that's not a swamp, dude.
Because that's a giant stormtrooper from Spice Dream in the corner. But yeah, Jazz Whiz here hooked me up with something very special, because Jazz Whiz is very special. Very, very well packed. I'll get into this sooner or later. The heck? Why am I having so much trouble here? You made it a puzzle box, man. I can't get in. There we go. There we go. This is not a custom or a bootleg, just something very cool and very hard to find. This is Adventure Person Opticon, which is they're very hard to find, and he had alerted me to an auction on eBay for one that was a stupid cheap price, and I went to get it, and I was in the process of checking out, and I said check out, and it was gone. It's like, oh, well, I've got an extra one, so I'll just hook you up. And so Mr. Jazz Wizard being the jazziest of wizards. And I'm very, very thankful for this hookup. Gonna trade something for it. And yeah, I'm very excited to have this because these, I have not seen any of these in the wild for a very, very long time.
I sometimes wonder if Jazz Wizard is just one of the best hunters in the world for dope toys, or if it's true they actually are a virgin and they've just kept every single one of their toys from youth, and they're so like old at this point that we all just want them.
Yeah, and a bunch of good stickers too.
All right, now I'm curious. What are those? What stickers? Do those come from Jazz too?
Yeah, some record store stuff. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Alrighty.
You're on your last one?
I got two left. Two, and they're
Damn.
two Healy maids.
Oh.
Actually, no, I've got three left. I've got two Healy maids and something else. This, and actually, I should have, like, you can't see the state of this room. To the side here, it's just a mess. I actually have another Healy made envelope in the pile somewhere. He's got the Trooper in like the stealth colorway. And somewhere around here, I have the Assassin as well. That needs to be opened. That it's around here somewhere.
Dude, it just happens. B and I have talked about it before. You start getting the toys coming in, they start kind of piling up, and before you know it, you're like, I want to take pictures of them. I want to give it the credit. When?
Yeah, this is just like such a nice, like black, gray, and like purple with some like, it's just a very nice color scheme. Very cool. This and alt heads and guns. Oh, Jazz
You know,
Wiz. Was his birthday
guys-
yesterday?
Happy birthday, Jazz. Where is belated?
Jazz Whiz, you keeping that secret?
Also with that healer you just got, you refer to it as a stealth mode. Personally, I think that's the Vader colorway. I keep telling my brain that like that's a Kenner Vader nod colorway. But maybe I'm not seeing the colors right.
It's not showing probably that well on here, but it's like the like textured part of the outfit is like a really deep grayish purple. And then like black
Almost like a
armor
mauve
pads and
gray.
stuff. Yeah, it's real subtle and really nice.
That's sexy. Do you have
Um,
one of each of the PVC Healy maids at this point?
I don't have not like one of everything that he's made, but I've got like yeah. But the 3 characters, yeah.
Like an assassin, a raider, and now
Yeah.
I can't remember that guy, unfortunately.
That's the trooper, the newest
Trooper.
one.
Assassin, raider, trooper.
So before I open this box, I'll show off. This is we were talking about Zolokon and Resin Blood and Barbarian Rage. Met Barbarian Rage down there, and he had this new figure that he was all out. Like there was one display there while I was there, so couldn't pick it up, but was able to get one from his site a little bit later, and he sent it to me in one of these nice new DKE clamshells, the giant ogre. And this, the sculpt and paint on this is just kind of bananas. It's there's just like subtle like texturing under the paint and the gloss coat and the wash to get the details. Like this is like tabletop like championship level painting. And yeah, this is really, really nice.
Damn, dude. I'm glad that you pointed out like all the different layers and stuff, because it is hard for us to know at home, but fuck.
Like this, the green on his shirt is probably 3 or 4 colors. The orange skin is probably, it looks like 2 or 3 shades of orange and then some browns, and just there's silver with black and other grays to like really bring it out. Like the amount of painting done on this is just shocking how much work is going on in this. And I'm glad it came in the resealable clamshell, because being able to actually get it up close without having to damage a box is really nice.
I'm with honestly, dude. I know that a lot of people disagree, especially when we get talking about like the art toy part of things. But personally, like, it's so tough. Like, I want to feel my piece, man. Like, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but it's pretty few and far between that I see a backer and I'm like, oh, that's why I need a piece. Like, it's usually the piece that's calling to me, and the backer might be like an added little like creme de la creme on top. But when you can't touch a piece, oh man, I just want to smell it. I want to look at it. I want to feel it. I want to everything.
Yeah. But then this is the last one. Another Healy.
Another Healy.
And this was very exciting because it was just coincidental that I was working on something I'm working on a new mold with something that I'll show in just a second that is from the same line as this. And just got to be very careful with this. very, very well packed.
And I don't know if you're
This
seeing
thing-
this chat tonight, but one, everybody's loving the pieces that you're showing off. Like Recycle Galaxy saying, yeah, is off the hook. Absolutely. That's a Barbarian Rage piece that was shown off earlier. Jazzwiz Power Rage has the skills that must come from a Crossroads deal. And Jazzwiz with maybe the dirtiest comment. I want to feel your piece too, Crumbs, with creme de la creme on top also. Disgusting.
Jazz knows what's up.
This chat tonight, guys, my goodness.
But this is I had to just had to do it. This is some wild like marbling and swirls in this. There's 10, 1, 2, 3, I think like 10 pieces in this cast. Skyman. Yeah, this is a pretty gorgeous piece. And it's big too. Like it's like 5-inch.
Well, because that Mork is probably closer to like 4. He's not a 3.75. And I'm glad you're showing that off, because the reality is when you're holding that Healy made piece in your hand, I wouldn't have guessed that it was any bigger than like 3.75. I actually wondered if he was standing on a comm chip.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I think it's an Italian series of toys. That like Atlantic Galaxy series or Galaxy Series, I'm not sure. But just these wild kind of 50s, 60s sci-fi, like there's a whole bunch of them, or not like a whole bunch, maybe like 6, but they are they're just weird and gorgeous sculpts, and they're like, I think they were actually model kits, and so that you could do all the different things, because I was working on molds for this at the same time, which is the rope, like from the same series of toys. This is the Dynathlon or something. I forget what this character's name is, but yeah, it's just, this guy's just legs, arms, a body, and a head. Whereas like the Skyman is like 10 plus pieces. This thing's wild. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I was working on this, and then this popped up. I was like, oh, yeah, I just gotta keep it all together. So yeah, this is something I'm working on for 5 points, is to do some stuff with this mold. I'm gonna eventually customize it into something else once I tool around with it some more, but figured I'd make some fun sculpts of just the raw unaltered parts. This is a glow version that
Now,
if I
is that a
hit the
hollow
lights-
body on that guy?
it is a hollow body. It's a two-part
Oh,
it's a 2-part body, and then like there's pegs that hold all the stuff in place. But yeah, let me hit the light. Still that's actually a lot of glow coming off of it in the black light, but and then like Healy's piece is a lot of wild UV happening in it too. This is insane. But yeah, so there's there's the swirly version. But yeah, this is what's coming next.
and
Along with
those Atlantic Galaxy like figures, I find the people that know about them. Otherwise, like they're almost like an urban legend. Like, you see them posted, you
Yeah.
see them in the boxes with like always cool fucking colors, like usually the primary colors. The fact Healy just went all out on that with those colors, like, dude, that thing's nuts.
Yeah, and there's two that I really like. They're like holy grail pieces for me. There's because there was a first series that was Skyman, the robot, a like a little goblin alien guy, and there were two robots, an alien and the Skyman, and then a second series that had Sky Girl and this snail man called, like, I think his name's Sloggy or something. And it is the wildest piece I've seen in years. Like, it's just, and that one's mythical. Like, I've seen pictures of it, but I've never seen one for sale. I've never seen anyone actually confirm that they owned it. Just, I know that it exists. It's out there somewhere. But and Sky Girl's out there. She's just expensive. She's like $200.
Admittedly, you've sent me down a rabbit hole now where I'm basically just scrolling through, looking at all these pieces, trying to find that snail one now.
Yeah. Yeah, look, like I
There's
think
like,
if you search like Atlantic
Humbot.
Galaxy series Sloggy,
Yeah, see, because even the one that Sky Girl
Sloggy.
came out with, I'm seeing Humbot, Dynation, Zephton, Skyman, and Sky Girl. Watch, Jazz was
But
gonna
yeah.
let us know how off we are. Dude, that's a rad Healy made piece, and I'm really glad to see that you got that, dude. I know a lot of people were really hoping to grab those, and I'm sure they ended up selling out pretty quick.
Yeah, his like he's got two-part, like his outer underwear. It's two parts that like snap around his torso.
Oh,
It's so like you can see like the body color like through that kind of trunks.
smart. That's a cool fucking way to do that.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you got some killer grabs tonight, both from like indie makers, indie pieces, but also you got some killer like vintage pieces in your grabs tonight too, dude.
Yeah.
God
Just,
damn.
but yeah, and so yeah, that's everything. There's the assassin, the Healy made assassin in this room somewhere. I'll
Hiding
find it in the
somewhere.
next couple days.
I feel it, man. I feel it. Now, Porpoise, I know that life is very busy, and I do appreciate that you've come in and done this. Did you feel like hanging out while I pull up some tabs here, or do you need to get on with your life and pretend that
I can hang for a little bit more.
it's your call, man? No pressure ever. I'm
I'll
gonna dive
let
into
you
some
know.
tabbies.
I'll let you know when you can give me the boot.
I was about to say, if you sneakily just remove yourself while I'm tab sharing, I'm gonna cry myself a river. Damn, that'd be smart. All right, I'm going to pull these tabs on into here. I'm also going to grab chat. I want to be able to see what you guys are saying. And boom, zoom, share screen. This might be one of the weirdest episodes of Toys Alive to date, guys. First on the roster I wanted to show off is actually going to be this Toys on Tap page, because big ol' shout out for the fact they actually have a lot of our homies on here. And you were on here not too long ago, Porpoise.
Yeah, I think like early mid fall or something. I forget exactly when, but yeah, he's doing this every week, and it's always fresh. Like he's
Always.
and like how much he's kind of putting the love out there for all the other accounts that are like
We've been here like
yeah.
has been Toys is being shared here. I know I should know this maker, Beast Labs.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Shed Quarters Creations is chilling in here. The Apocalyptico Show, fucking Delicious Again Peter, like Yakamuck, chilling. God dang,
Oh
dude.
man,
Hella
that
radical toys. Which one were you whistling at? What you got?
oh, just a whole bunch of them. Just a whole bunch.
Well, and again, like Pocket Salsa.
Yeah,
They
pocket
are,
salsas in there.
it's the dudes from the chat. Mock Toys, Bootleg Toyco. So Bootleg Toyco does end up doing
Yeah.
it. And also, I wanted to make sure to shout out May 12th, there's going to be the Big Orange Harry Art Show. So, anybody's familiar with the Big Orange Harry Art Show, a group art exhibition about John's cat. Come on. I'm a noob. What is Porpoise's business name or store name? Josh Smith, no problem, man. I'll actually grab the link for General Porpoise's page right now, and I'll copy and paste that over to you so that way you can get it directly over to Porpoise. But it's General Porpoise, and the dude's a beast. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, Jazz nailed it way faster than me. Alrighty, next up on the Tabby Doos, we've got Glowman Dan and Dr. Plops actually going to be a collaboration recently. Now, Dr. Plops typically does work for Plastic Pizza, but he ended up taking a little spin on this Glowman Dan Gus, the Grumpy Gus figure. So if anybody ends up taking a little peek at that, what I love when things like this happen is typically if Glowman Dan has the new figures, you know, Dr. Plops might actually have the sculpt still. So,
Nice.
you know. That's the way I always typically look at those things, man, is, you know, maybe that's there. Ordinary Toys, we already kind of looked at the collection of works that they ended up grabbing this time around, but why not give a little reminder to keep your eyes peeled here because they're going to be having their, oh my goodness, the Last Ronin. Why am I drawing a blank?
That piece, that last Ronin piece, man.
Lost Ronin. What are we talking about?
Or
The
Lost, yeah,
Ronin
Lost.
of Dimension 666.
That thing's just wild and good all around.
Man, honestly, like the hits just keep on getting better and better and better with all the makers coming out right now. It's really a whole new ball game, in my opinion. And of course, Pocket Salsa. I wanted to give a quick little shout out because Pocket Salsa, man, your collection's been growing immensely this last fucking week. The fact I'm seeing, well, and your toilet on top, congratulations. We ended up getting a piece in from Kylo Flow. You ended up getting a piece in from friggin' Plague Truth Productions and Kylo Flow. Boom. And Plague Truth Productions. Boom. And homies actually rocking this phenomenal Hurt Toys piece that I thought sold ages ago.
Oh, that thing. Oh, the Icarus is so good.
Dude, as if Pocket Salsa got the Swamp Icarus. Yeah. I thought that thing was long gone. Do you have one?
I actually do.
Oh, okay. Now you got to show it off. 1 second.
It's like pastel marble. And it's big. It is 6-7 inches. Nice magnets.
Dude, that thing looks like somebody threw up Easter. It's beautiful. When the hell did you grab that thing? Where did that come from?
What's that?
Sorry, I was freaking out saying, when the heck did you pick that thing up? Like, where did that come from? When did that come from?
This was, he posted like a bunch of them. I forget what, it was like one of the first times he posted it up, and I was late on the punch to nab the one that I initially wanted. And then I was like, I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, I'll make one up for you. And he made that one up. Is this what you're talking about, Fletch? The big dino? Oh, there goes his arm. Yeah. There's the big dino. Doesn't regular light, but he's a big UV boy.
He's a rave party. Is that guy sitting on your shop right now? Or is that, or is that for you?
I think he's in the shop. But yeah, the shop's up at the moment. I think I actually am gonna, in a couple days, probably put a pause on it so that I don't go empty to New York.
Probably
So,
a good call.
he's maybe 10 inches tall. Just foot soles of the feet to the top of the dome, and like 12 inches head to tail.
And of course, Fletch was right on it. 125 in the show. Already ran over and checked out. And I believe B to the J actually has the one that was in the Frankenstein show.
Yeah,
the
he
big
has
APAC one.
the actual Young Frankenstein version in black and white, which is like, I'm very like, that's one piece where it's like, I'm so glad it's where it is, but it's like there's a little bit of me like, oh, like I put so much of me into that piece, but I'm glad it's like not out, like lost in the ether somewhere. That it's like, I know it's at B's house, and it's in a good home.
We talk about that quite often, right? Like he's like ending up in the aether, because admittedly, like not everybody's on social media, not everybody's like in the toy community. So
Yeah.
sometimes these pieces, once they're bought or they go off to someone, like we don't really see them again or hear of them again.
And on one hand, that is totally fine, but on the other hand, it's like, it's nice to just know where things are.
Even as a collector, I feel that way, man. There's certain pieces when I see somebody say like, "Oh, I've got that," I'm like, "Oh, thank gosh, it's in so and so's collection. Like, at least it's going to be safe. It's appreciated. It's loved. Like, good." Porpoise, I love how you're not even in the chat. Like, you're not just live chatting tonight, but you're even sending off the Knights to Bliss.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to help us multitask. It's difficult, but we can do it.
Dude, you're killing it, man. I appreciate it, because if anything, that chat is a big part of it. And it is tough when we can't get them involved as much. So I do appreciate you catching that, man. Sincerely.
Yeah. But
Do you mind if I jump back into some tabs, or what?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was just gonna bring this guy up, and I'm feeling in the spirit of giving, I'm gonna toss out a giveaway of this fella here. He has no weapon. He is weaponless, but other than that, he is fully functional. So
my immediate reaction was I wanted to say, "Are you sure?" But I was like, "Well, you've just said it to everybody. I can't say like, are you sure?" But hot damn, dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
so yeah, this will go up on the wheel of names once we go through your tabs. Oh, Crumbs.
oh, I'm muted.
There
No,
you-
I'm muted
yeah.
this time. So I have been trying to toss everybody's names into the wheel there. Porpoise man, I really, really appreciate you being willing to do that and being down to do that. That's incredibly generous of you and very kind of you. You guys are nuts. That's what I have to say about that. On another note, hey Porpoise, you got something that you can maybe show us for like 3 minutes while I go and take a pee? I am the most professional person ever.
Yeah. I'll take if there's anything up here that anyone wants to get a closer look at.
There you go.
I can pull
Porpoise is
some
going to
things
want a
down.
selection tour for you guys for a quick second and
Yeah.
hold the fort down for me while I run away. You guys are the best, and thank you for sticking around for the weirdest episode of Toys Alive probably today.
So yeah, I'll do my best to give a slight little tour of what you can see here. It's not entirely, that's most of it. It's a mix of customs and retail things, but mostly customs. I don't know if this is the thing that folks were thinking was the Swamp Thing, but this is a Spice Dream mega mega stormtrooper that has Nikes instead of regular shoes. It's real faint, but there's some UV shards in the arms, and there's a glow in the dark pink stormtrooper 3/3 inside the torso. Yeah, this is a very cool and special piece from Spice Dream, along with like he's got some like fossil and ammonite droids that he makes too that are gorgeous and fun. Yeah, and like the candy in the head. But yeah, I have to keep him in a nice little safe spot in the corner because gosh, if that thing fell and broke, I'd be very, very sad. I'd be very sad.
All right, I'm sorry for that, man. I am seeing, luckily, the YouTube leg is so far behind. I think I'm seeing basically what you were doing while I was gone, showing off that big old 12-inch Spice Dreezy droid figure.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, man. I am very, very sorry to put you right on that spot like that, but thank you for covering that, homie.
No problem. Anytime.
Well, the professional isn't here tonight. You got stuck with Crumbs. Maybe one day it'll be a U and B episode. But...
Oh. And Pocket had a question about this.
What a loser.
This is actually something that Crumbs made that is
I am jealous, man. The fact that you play with resin, so you casted your heart in there, I am a little jealous.
I was like, oh, like and you can see there's a little UV flash to it, so it little stands out. But yeah, this is a Crumbs original that that made its way down from Toronto. It's, has a nice spot of prominence here.
Yours is actually the only one without a face, too. So typically my rule whenever I give out a blank is that it still has to have Doug's face on it, but unfortunately yours does not even have a face carved on it. Yours is like the only one with no face carved on it, man.
Oh.
Just a blank, just a wooden blank.
Envision yourself there.
There you go. Yeah, just picture yourself inside of a crappy wooden robot body.
And
what you got?
Josh Smith. I just saw Josh Smith was asking about the Triceratops. This is there. He's got his stogie, his tux. I don't know if that's focused or not, but you get the idea.
Dude, every single thing you make just ends up being a banger. Like the reality is, like, I don't want to say like your dinosaurs are all fucking bangers because you make so much more than just the dinosaurs. You're just a fucking killing machine, dude. Your paint apps, your castings.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Oh, yeah, this shirt is not actually Freddie Mercury. This is a friend of mine photoshopped as Freddie Mercury. This
we kind of need the story behind that now. How did you end up with a shirt with your friend's face transposed as Freddie Mercury?
It was, I don't know, it was just like this weird, our group chat got out of control one day and we were photoshopping each other and things, and then someone else took the picture and made a bunch of shirts and gave them out to everybody.
That is some good trolling. I like that, man. Holy crap.
There's-
Oh, I heard the word here's.
Oh yeah, and there's also he's on the back too. I don't know if you can see it, but he's it's dual purpose.
I really appreciate that your homies felt the need to get that made into a shirt, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I'm going to leap us right back into those tabs there. I know that we left off last with Pocket Salsa, and I was talking about all the cool things he had gotten recently. This is actually that piece he got from Jazzwiz as well, a Barbarian Raid Cyber Satan. The dude's just rolling in it. And,
Yeah.
of course, Real Head Mori, painted and signed by Frank Kozik in 2009. RIP Frank Kozik. That was quite the hell of a loss this past week.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Retro Zone.
Retro Zone.
Yeah, so
Those
Retro
chess,
Zone
that
Neon.
chess set.
That's-
I want it. I want
So
that
I'm
chess
excited to
set.
see what the board. But that's just it. Like, he's actually killing it. And I actually love that he went with the pawns being a single color, man.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's doing well. Actually, that's not true. I don't want to say nobody's doing chess pieces. 8-Bit Mike has some chess pieces out there that are absolutely dope. But it's nice seeing somebody do a full set, and I'm curious to see how this goes. The boards. I know that they're saying they're having a hard time at the moment keeping all the line work in, but once that comes out, like, that's gonna be sick as hell, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be really nice.
And of course, I know we've all been watching Zymet Co because lately they've been dropping some sick drops, but also
that
cool as hell.
packaging, the packaging on
Dude.
that thing is just blowing my mind.
This is something you'd see as a kid, like at a toy store, at an actual like we had a place called Creative Learning back in North Bay, and in my opinion, this would be something you would see on the shelves there. And I like, dude, everything about it, to be honest with you, the paint apps, the pours, the designing. I love this giveaway, how you get one of each piece from it if somebody gets this.
Yeah.
Literally each one, the Astro Ape, the fake Astro Ape, and then the fake Astro Cat.
It's just so good.
I don't know why I love this helmet thing so much. I just do. It makes them sick, man. But you're right. That packaging for them was just gorgeous. There was one in here, like, I was just marveling. Oh, dude. All right, I'm going to be able to lose it. But this thing right here, oof. The fact it's like a cotton candy pour with then like the cotton candy cat head. But then with the cotton candy cat head, you've got the black and the red. And then this green to the blue to the pinky purple. It's like, oh God, that's so good. And like every level of it, man. All the stupid rhinestoning. Jesus. So Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, folks. Oh, Zymet's still chilling. Sorry, dude. How weird is it? Does it make you feel weird, Porpoise, when we just like talk about your work and shit? Like, is it an odd feeling when people are just like S-ing your D in the chats?
It's like, I'll just be sitting over here.
Let me just hide for a moment. So of course, now I wasn't closing my tabs up properly earlier, but TTT, Tone Twisted Tiger. Dude.
Oh, that piece he's doing with the trade with Maddie.
Insane.
Like, look at that thing.
Well, and is this a Safubi on there? Oh, with a Maddie head inside? I totally didn't.
That's just bananas.
Yeah.
Like
Tone Twisted Tigers on another
every
level.
single piece he makes, I'm just like blown away by it.
Dude, the little head in the head. He's just rocking that little head in the head lately. So hard. In a good way. I didn't even catch the casted Ram's Head staff being fucking Uncle Matty as well. Fuck sakes, man. Shed Quarters Creation, what is going on, homie? Good to see you. All right, let's close this. Get on over to the old Junk Fed, because Junk Fed actually been dropping this today. And personally, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that thing. The
Nimbus shark, or canary shark as it was colloquially known. And he actually posted in his stories recently. He's working on a new horse western piece that looked fucking nuts, man. Maybe, nah. But yeah, fucking junk fed. If you guys aren't already on that, what else we got going on here tonight? Project Awa. Now this one I believe actually comes from Pocket Salsa. Pocket Salsa shot this my way. They're all clay sculpts, but
Oh,
definitely right up the alley of what we've been looking at. Just fun characters, man. I like that
Yeah.
like
And
swirly
the
head thing.
colors are very nice.
But I'll admit, like, it would be almost painful to sell a bunch of individual one-offs. Like, I think that's where a lot of makers end up getting towards mold making and casting, is because it's hard to spend all that time, all those hours making something that's just, it's gone.
And then that one thing's gone.
Forever. Yeah, Jazzwa's Junk Fed's killing it right now, dude. He's been just going hams nonstop, too, piece after piece lately. What else we got going on over here tonight? We've got Malivbury Toys, and I believe this is also a Pocket Salsa find. Oh, and I think we've looked at them as well because they've got the Prison Mike piece.
Oh, look at Randy Bobandy.
Couple cheeseburgers. Dude. And like that's just it. Like these are and this is what I was showing this to B the other day too. The puffy shirt. It's like,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
This dude has kind of taken the same approach as like Dan O'Brown. Very like subtle characters from a show or a movie that like we all love, but Bubbles. Like, where's a Bubbles action figure? Now I'm curious if he's got fucking how many trailer park characters. No, that's it at the
Yeah,
moment.
does he have the whole gang?
That's what I was kind of hoping, you know? I mean, how do you not have Ricky or but time? Time is the essence. Already shotgun karaoke. I want.
Oh yeah, he's been making a lot of these small things.
Yeah, man. Which again, it kind of like it makes sense, especially like those are all sick variations. Like boom. Like there's multiple sculpts in there.
Oh, look at those.
If you're in Helsinki, you can catch me. Damn. I'm digging those guys.
That neon pink and blue is a nice combo.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that, man. Definitely. Especially like when you start seeing them on a shelf together too. Like admittedly, like even just having pink and blue pieces or some of the pink and blue pieces that are marbled, like it just starts looking really cool on a fucking shelf. Hell scraped resin is probably like the best example of that. If you guys aren't familiar, I wanted to pull this up because Game of Shrooms is coming close, June 10th. So Porpoise, are you familiar with Game of Shrooms?
I am. I haven't ever put anything out for it, and I was going to this year, but then it probably is not going to happen just with the way everything else has happened. But I'm still following
Yeah, man.
what is going on.
Well, and admittedly,
One
like,
of these years I'll make something. One of these years I'll get something out there.
Well, they're all kept on oh frig, B to the J, I be creeping. Sorry, man. I didn't even see if you came back in there. My apologies, dude. But yeah, no, to be honest with you, dude, they still are out there sometimes. Some of the pieces won't even be pieces you can take home. So admittedly, like if I'm out and about walking, like there's a piece in Toronto that actually is a mural piece. And you find it by basically seeing the mural. Dude, Pocket Salsa dope. So anybody who's going to be doing it, one, make sure if you make some pieces to tag Game of Shrooms in there. Also let them know whereabouts you kind of are, because they end up putting on Google Maps. Like all of these pieces
like
end
there's
up on
a
a Google
full
map.
map.
Yeah. And like you can look it up by like I know Toronto still has some from last year kicking around still that I want to try and find. So anybody who's interested in doing the Game of Shrooms, get on over to Game of Shrooms. Game of Shrooms in New York City this year. Nice. Someone's doing Game of Shrooms in my town. Stoked. Hell yes, dude. So literally, if you go on Google right now and you put in Game of Shrooms, you can check your area and you can see if anybody has hit any shrooms. And sometimes they're from this year, sometimes they're from other years. Oh, so I'm actually gonna paste that Game of Shrooms in there. What else we got going on here? What's this all posts? Which is gonna be my favorite save list. Yeah. Save list. What do you like about that? Nim Studios. Wanted to give a shout out to the
He's
old
been
Nimmy
doing a lot.
here.
Like he's been doing a lot lately.
Yes, absolutely, man. And admittedly, I would wonder if having that 3D printer has maybe helped a little bit, but otherwise, like painting, dude, the amount of paint taps he's been doing with the Grizzly Club figures,
Oh, those
the
helmets.
helmets. Yeah. And then, of course, he started working on this guy, Barbarian Master Resin Cast, 7.5 inches tall. They're getting closer to being released, using cast as a master mold to sculpt on top of to make more designs. It's like, hell yeah, dude. Basically a buck, just a big, meaty buck. And like he said it in his story, I believe, too, like this thing's basically ready to be going out as well. I mean, the sculpt itself looks, I don't personally see a bunch of like imperfections in the sculpt or anything. Like it looks like a fucking figure, man. It's ready.
Oh, and I'm just now reading the caption that it's 7.5 inches. That's a beast.
That's a huge beast, dude. Like, especially when we compare it to our toys, right? Like I know for anybody who's thinking that we actually think that's massive, that we must have like the smallest idea of scales, but we're talking like on a shelf with something that's like 2.5 inches, a 7.5 is 5 inches larger than it.
Yeah.
Ooh, James Arson Toy is doing a drop this week. I'll make sure to pull that up into this. A big meaty buck. Suki. Oh gosh. Okay. Christopher Luke. Boom. Now I think this is what attracted me out of these, man.
Those little skulls.
They're just clean. I think that's definitely what pulled me over here, was how clean those little skulls were just coming through. Very cartoony and a very cartoon style on all their work. Like, damn. Actually, you know what? Oh, what is it? Digital Horseplay? Dude, I gotta pull this piece up. This guy went hams on this thing and it looks so much fun. Sorry, I just saw that. Made me think of this. Check this thing out.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, have you seen this thing yet?
I have not.
Dude, everything just pops in perfectly. Like this looks like a freaking designer toy, like by Kid Robot or something. You know what I mean? Like everything's just popping right into those joints. And that paint app is sick. Like fuck right off.
That is pretty great.
Yeah, admittedly, Digital Horse, like in my opinion, he's been doing some sick stuff. Like this is like gonna be a nice little like collection of some of the stuff he's been making. And like even that tongue one, the way that dude hangs up, like sits on his own folded tongue. Dude, yeah. You know, I'm grateful the fact that there's the ability to 3D sculpt for individuals who might not be so hands-on with like a physical material. And of course,
Moss Mat.
Beat of the J's favorite track at the moment, Moss Mat. These are going on sale as of tomorrow, man. 99 euros. Pounds? English pounds? Yeah. Not euros. But I believe, yeah. And not a pre-sale. Like these are actually going to be in the store. And like, dude, he was all out with this even.
It's just so good. The whole, like the quality of it, the song, the whole package. It's like,
and pine scented. Yeah. And I mean, we can all imagine that. I know Tiger Productions just did it. Dude, to get a 3D rendering of anything, like a scan, it takes so long.
yeah.
Good on you guys. Jazz knows you order a pepperoni pizza because I've also got sausage. Jesus. Guys. Holy cow. Space Cyclops. I've been looking at these figures for a while. Unfortunately, they're going to be one of those individuals who it seems like they're overseas. So like Design Festa this Saturday, but I don't typically see them on sale on their website. Now this one here has actually got blacklight on it.
Oh, nice.
But so many of these vinyl Space Cyclops, man. Like there's toys out there where sometimes it's like, how do we get them? Pink Cyclops pre-orders start May 12th. Okay. That's how.
Like, this is very, very cool.
They're just fun, man. And like, they've been killing it. I even love these tiny little guys, the flying form.
Whew, look at that.
Yeah. And it's always trippy to me when somebody's working in vinyl. It like, how many different iterations have they gotten here? Like a fire and an ice, a pink and a blue. It's like, dude, like, I don't even know how to get your work, and you're selling out of it and getting more.
Yeah. It's just like that one in the middle, like the clear with it's like there's another layer inside. Like that's just
Yeah, it almost
very,
looks like those
very
might
nice.
be fabric flowers, cherry blossoms, and Japanese sweets. Oof. So I wonder if they've filled the vinyl with little candies and flowers, like fabric flowers. Yeah, what else we got going on here tonight? Ross Grindstaff, Devil's Weed Crafting. So Devil's Weed Crafting is going to be doing a drop. I believe they actually just did a drop. Inventory is still have quite a few figures up in the shop. So for anybody who's seeing any of their stuff here, I'm even curious. Why not take a little peek? What's your prices like, Devil Weed Crafting? Ooh, 15 for that H3 Pumpkin Boy. 20 for the Hag. 15 the Glowing Count. 15 Glowenstein. Damn. 25 for the miscast single color H3 Head. Oh, now I got it now. How's this a miscast? Orange didn't come out correctly. Other than that, the cast is fine. Please see photos. Came out great, but is only green glow rather than 3 different colors. Oh my goodness. They're considering these miscasts because they didn't show all 3 colors, but like it's a clean cast.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I gotta
Damn.
find a charger for my microphone.
Nope. Sorry about that, dude. We're almost through the
No,
tabs, and then we were going to do the 2 giveaways, and then we'll get everybody out to their homes and loved ones.
Where is it?
Custom kaijus. Damn. Sorry, poor.
Oh no, that's all right. I'm solving my technical difficulty over here somehow.
Now, this is one that Death and Strawberries talks about a
Oh
lot. I know
yeah,
they're a big fan.
Splendid Editions, killing it.
Dude, I love that piece in the middle there. When they did the post for it the other day, maybe it's this one here. Well, probably Mimp inspired. Nope. One more scope. Nope. Where is it? Which is the one where you did it? Get out of here. Jeez. This one? Nope. Sorry, man. I just want to find that. I want to see that one with the mask on there. This guy. I want to see the video of that guy being casted. Because there's so many different parts of it. I feel as though it stands multiple ways. And that's what I really want to see again here. Because I feel as though this mask comes off and it actually stands up as well. And there's a face casted in the pink there. So it totally changes the look of that figure. And I can't think of which demolding video it is. Damn. Maybe it is this guy. Process shots, process shots. Well, sorry, dudes. But this is what I was trying to show here, is it actually has a whole other face underneath here.
Oh, look at that thing.
And that's why I'm trying to find the one where it shows it standing up as well, is because like, I know it's not doing it any justice, just sitting down like this. So if you're not familiar already, get on over to Splendid Editions page. Check out that stuff. Cutting molds so easy. Oh, wound spreader for his molds. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one of those forceps, surgical forceps. Or
yeah, that's something I need to get. It'll make my life so much easier for dealing with mold cutting. Those forceps are amazing.
Well, and admittedly, a tool actually that I don't hear talked about very often, but one of the makers back in the day said is probably like their favorite thing to use is they'll actually use a torch on their cutting knife, and then they'll bend their cutting knife so that way the knife itself is actually almost shaped like a jeweler's cut. And that way, when they
Okay.
do their jeweler's cut, not only are they getting a jeweler's cut, but they're also getting that wave in the mold, which allows
So
less movement.
So it creates more of a interlock then.
Exactly. Dude, it's literally like an interlock inside of an interlock at that point. You know, James Arson, dude, your work is insane. He's saying he's going to be doing a drop this week, and I wanted to make sure to show these because these pieces we've talked about before, they look so good that it's hard to believe they're not renderings on a fake table. Like every time I see his pieces, I'm like, it's hard for me not to think that looks like a rendering
Yeah.
in a program. But nah, physical form in a hand, painted. Now, please feel free, James Arson, if you're hanging out in the chat there still, let us know when these are going to be dropping. Skilled one, I need one of those forceps. Forceps a great idea. Pocket salsa, specifically wound spreader. Now, I'm curious, why specifically wound spreader? I'm wondering if it has something to do with the way that the forceps clamps come in on each other and meet in the middle. If it's maybe a finer lip.
Yeah, I was shopping for some of them the other day and like they're pretty intense. Like they've got barbs on the side. So it's like you really, if you think of them as a wound spreader and like you get in there and you spread, like you open them up and it just kind of hooks in. They're pretty aggressive little tool when you think about what they're actually made for.
Generally, I find almost all medical tools realistically, like they're just tools. Like at some point, somebody needed help. They went to the guy who was probably the least squeamish and he went to his farm and he grabbed whatever he had in the fucking farmhouse and they did it. Like, what's a bone saw? Oh, it's literally a saw that cuts bone.
Saw that cuts bones.
Right? When you go to get pins and you're like, well, what are pins? And you're like, oh, they're literally steel rods with bolts. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you've got Nekosatu.
Yeah, Uncle Spanks, thank you for the shout on this one here, man. Nekosatu's got a drop coming up, actually. What day is this here? I feel like an idiot today. This week, but are they already ready? No, that's asking for something to be dropped.
That's an old pinned post.
Pinned posts.
Second row. There you go.
Hoping for release in 2 weeks. Damn. Trying to figure what the heck this is a weird piece. Not in a bad way, but like it's just a weird
very
piece.
cool. Like I'm curious, like I'm picturing it like this little thing, but if it if it's scaled as much as the regular figures, that would be very cool too. But yeah, I love the design of it. It's very very unique and kind of different while still being recognizable.
It's almost got like a knight feeling to it while also having very much like a Star Wars bootleg feeling to it. Because I don't even want to say necessarily like Vader. It even has like a lot of Boba Fett vibes to it as well. But it also seems to have some Warduke vibes. Like it looks almost just kind of encompassing a lot of what we all loved about toys in our youth. It's just a dope knight. Megento. Well, no, damn. Watch is probably already a toy that exists out there, and I'm just a fucking idiot.
Oh, Babadrock.
Yeah, I had to make sure.
That gold clubbed thing.
I'll be honest, I feel like, and Babadrock could totally tell me I'm wrong, but I felt like this was maybe a bit of a flex. That one day I was talking about Rainbow Yawn's skull in the clear cast and how like impressive it is that you can still see the skull through even like the sculptural details. And I feel like almost this was Jock being like, you want to see being able to see the details inside of a clear cast? Allow me to do a bubbly weird club and put a skull in there and you'll see the whole damn thing. But fuck, these
all
sluggers
glittery.
Yeah, those sluggers are good. I don't think there's been a bad one in the bunch, man.
And I don't know if you should check his stories out. if it's still hanging in there or not. I don't know if it expired yet.
Oh, might have expired. But
Um,
let's try again. Yeah, expired.
oh, because he's got something else that he's working on for that drop next week. That's whoo boy. It's something pretty amazing.
Dude,
it's
like he's always
it's
on fire.
it's like a cloaked figure. I don't know what the base is, but it's this cloaked figure with it. It looks like a deep one or something from Lovecraft, but then inside of the cloaked figure,
Yes,
there's a droid.
he took it off.
And yeah, and then the fish head is cast separate coming out of the cloak.
Mhm.
It's very nice.
This
Oh,
one.
there it is. There it is.
So personally too, and if everybody knows this, let me know. But I believe this might be actually one of the C3POs that comes with all the clip-onable armor. So essentially, like it's like I was even looking at this figure the other day, going, why does nobody really cast that C3PO? Because I don't think it's the original C3PO. I think this is the one that has all the wires and stuff showing, and it would normally come with like the plastic bits that you would clip on over top of the C3PO body.
Yeah, that's
But maybe I'm completely off. So. But dude, I even loved this. Was reminding me a lot of like what Terrible Toy Works does with their character, where they have the hands, the skulls there. Like I'm really impressed how he ended up getting the droid in there and those fucking lizard hands.
yeah.
And of course, he's like, "Yeah, this one was just too good to lose as a story, so thought I'd post it as a reel." Sorry if you already saw. Claim drop Friday the 26th. So not this weekend, but the next, right?
Yeah, so yeah, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, Friday the 26th. Damn, that thing is insane. All right, that's all I've got for tabs, Porpy.
All right. Shall we spin for this fella?
We can definitely spin for that fella. I'm mind blown that you would like to get that guy out into the world. It is incredibly generous of you, and I don't know what the hell is up your butt to do that.
Hey, I feel like you can't come on Toys Alive without feeling a little spirit of generosity. So yeah. I'm just wondering, do we bother with the spin or do I just send it to Colin?
I mean, realistically, right? You know, I'd even be surprised. We always kind of tease Colin for that, but I think at this point, like, there's definitely some folks that have won just as many pieces
No,
as
it's
Colin.
at this point it's just the fun of
It's
it.
the troll.
Yeah.
I get that, man.
It's just-
Well, all righty. So, if you guys don't mind, I have been trying to get your names all night. I am going to make sure that I grab them now. So,
make sure
CA4.
Shed Quarters is on there.
Yes, I believe Shed was probably the last one I had. What is going on? What is going on here? There we go. I was losing my mouse thing. Yes, I will get Shed Quarters Creations on there as well. Thought I got him, but I did not. Sorry about that. Al Kerwin, what up? Oh. Skilled one already jumping on that. So I'm going to read out who I've got at the moment. Bliss Receptor, purpose, I'm going to take you off for this one. I will put you back on for the E2K gift card. My goodness. King Dingus, Josh Smith, Bootleg Playco, Pocket Salsa, Skilled One, Talazoa, Mr. Ordinary, Uncle Spanko, and a cool cut, Jazz Wizard, Skyjacks, Folklorian, Robert Bloom, Street Fight, SPDX, Dark Rainbow, Dookie McFirstable, Folklorian, Bureau of Print, Drea Zays, Josh Smith, Baba Drop, Colin Has Been, Fletcher Sandvik, Rainbow Yawn, Suki, Recycle Galaxy, Linz the Rap Boy, 8-Bit Mike, Sadath, Arun, Nim Studios, Von Fake Name, C45H, Kyle Kerwin, Shed Quarters. Now I know I've missed a bunch. Yeah, Zimic man. Sorry about that.
Is James Arson on there?
Good call, dude. Wow, clearly I missed a lot of you guys as I was just chatting with the purpose there. James
Arson and Zymot. Fletch.
Fletch is on there.
Oh, there's Fletch. See him there.
Trash Man.
Oh yeah,
got it, homie.
Toss on
Rec Shop
resin blood
Resin.
because I think
Yeah.
he's probably watching while working.
Usually Resin Blood. I don't want to call One Trick out, but he might be as well. Dylan Clement, what up? Toss you on. I can absolutely do that, man. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I missed a lot of you tonight. Josh Smith, don't want to cheat. Oh, yo, Josh Smith, man, thank you very much. I didn't even catch that I had you twice. Got you up there, and where else I got you? Oh, I'm right by Drea Zays. Thank you very much for catching that, man. Well, just moving forward. Thanks again. Ooh, Kyle Kerwin. Damn, dude. I am very curious to hear what you're talking to Shed and Lego projects about. Colin. Did I make sure to actually get Colin has been on here? I remember saying there he is.
I thought he's on. I think he's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, studio.
All right, shall we?
I think we're good, man. I think we've
Shall we
got
give it a run?
Josh Smith, I got you, man. Thank you very, very much. I got that, homie. Alrighty. I'm gonna give it a spin. The wheel's not making its fun noise this evening. Well, look at that, man. You ended up getting a Resin Blood Franken tank, and now Resin Blood is getting your fucking rad ass piece too. The Karma
right.
Wonder Wheel new.
The Wonder Wheel speaks.
The Wonder Wheel speaks, man. Porpoise, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put you on full screen in there again for a second so you can show off that piece, and because I know you're making some more too. So
yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna make a couple of these, and then gonna play around with altering the sculpt into something else. Still not sure what, but I'm gonna customize it into something funky, something fun and funky. We'll see. But this robot is a very good base to work on, and so yeah, I'll get this out, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Man, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy the hell out of that. That's a rare, like, the reality is I don't think many of us are gonna see that piece in its original piece anyways. That's one of those cases where it's like if you can get a bootleg version of it from a homie, it's almost like better than finding one of the OGs at this point. I love the way the head sits in that cast, like on the sculpt, man.
Yeah, I wish if I had the original sitting in here, it goes together very interestingly. It's like there's just a couple interior pegs that things kind of slide into. The head kind of insets into the legs and pokes in. Like I did end up gluing the two halves of the torso together, but the original was just held together by two little screws in the back, because everything else is just these little pegs that just kind of slide together.
Damn, I'm gonna be looking at pictures of that later and seeing how the heck they fucking work and everything, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
But James Arson, it's a Simeon cheese hat that he makes that you should definitely. I think he still has some of these.
He might still have some.
Yes.
And they were at Toy de Jour as well. They were for a Toy de Jour show, the Nugget Art show.
Yeah, just nuggets. I think that's what it was originally for.
Just nuggets. I like that, man. Honestly, it's jokes to me that, like, out of all the hats I've seen you wear, like that is now your cap for the summer, man. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Simeon Cheese is probably one of like the nicest dudes I've ever had the privilege of sitting and talking to. So I'm stoked to see you get some Simeon Cheese, man. He's a nice dude.
Yeah.
Lorax, pretty darn close. Shed Corner Creations. Now that you've said that, damn, it's just because of that mustache. That's all. No comment.
Yeah. Oh,
love it. Well, Porpoise Man, if you'd like, I'm gonna boot you out of here. You can get on with your life, enjoy your evening. Is there anything else you'd like to show? Tell us.
Yeah, nothing in particular. Just gonna keep chugging away on some projects, and probably won't do any like fresh drops or anything between now and 5 points. gonna save stuff for that. I am working on a new dino person, adventure person, based on this guy here. I don't know when it'll get done, but that's this is step one. And
Owning the
then
dinosaur.
yeah, Jimmy Folklore and I are working on something for Dove and that another in the Broid series. We've got another one that we're working on. I won't say what it is, just that there's a third one coming out. And so yeah, there's a couple things in the pipe that we're working on. So
I love it, man. Well, we'll definitely be keeping a peek on that, and hopefully we'll even have you again soon and talk up the Broids. Hopefully next time
Yeah.
Peter the J will be here and he'll poke you and prod you.
alrighty.
All right.
I
you,
guess
Porpoise.
I will leave you.
Yeah, right. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Sarah Booth, what is going on? Your stuff is so good. Love the dino people. Yes. General Porpoise absolutely kills it. Beat of the J, we don't sleep. We can't sleep. Never sleep. Beat of the J messaged me at 3:30 in the morning last night, his time, to let me know he'd have a post ready for today. That is the kind of dude that Beat of the J is. And I told him, are you getting up or are you going to bed? They're so good about the dino sculpts. Yes. Bummed I'm not going to be at 5 Point Fest. So if anybody wants to be able to grab some porpoise pieces before 5 Points Fest, he is going to be taking the website down shortly to ensure that he's got a bunch of work to bring with him to 5 Points Fest. So just ransack that store ASAP. Yeah, I didn't even say thank you or anything. I didn't even like jokingly like laugh about the fact I kicked you out. Porpoise man, thank you very, very much for coming in tonight, covering my ass while I had to go take a little leak, covering us while we had next to nobody. Nothing going on. We had nothing going on. Me and B were both out of town this week. So we really had nothing going on. And yes, he sent me some dick pics too. So B to the J does love me. 3:30 a.m. is when B to the J sends all of his pics. For anybody still watching, this last piece that we're going to do here is actually going to be the final giveaway. It's going to be for that $25 E2K gift card. Please, if you do win it, make sure to hit up the account page ASAP. Well, I'm going to hide that because the wheel is just spinning right now by accident. Sorry about that, guys. But I want to make sure that we get everybody's name on that wheel for that $25 gift card. Yeah, I'm merciless about the... Sorry, guys. I will make sure to add Porpoise back on here. And Sarah, where'd you go? I just saw you here a moment ago. Macrum shots. Jesus. Sarah Booze, there we go. Something I want to say Sarah Boom. Sarah Boom for a second there, but Sarah Booze, I will add you on there as well. If anybody else is still in the chat, you haven't seen your name on the wheel or you haven't heard it, please let me know. I snagged the Triceratops. Sorry, peoples. Ooh, damn yeah, Josh Smith. Porpoise, dude, honestly, sincerely, really appreciate it, man. Porpoise was actually my first indie toy maker that I had the privilege of being able to make. He came down to Toronto on a family trip, and I was able to get some pieces off of him when he was here. It was absolutely amazing. T to the J. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. And if you guys are familiar with E2K, E2K is actually Earth to Kentucky. Jesus. I almost said extra truck terrestrial. Clearly it's too late. It's 11:29. Let's spin this wheel and see who's going to get that E2K gift card. Boom. Again, if you guys don't see your name, chime in. Sarah Booze was the most recent one added. And away we go. It does bum me out that we don't have that spinning noise. I'm a huge fan of that at this point. Ooh. Boom. There you have it. Jazz Wizard, homie. The Karma Wheel has spoken heavy this evening. The Karma Wheel knew damn well that you had been super generous and you had gotten a bunch of toys out into fucking Porpoise's hands. It saw you get them into Porpoise's hands, and then the wheel said, you know what, Jazz Wizard, you deserve to win something. The lag time this evening is insane, so I apologize for that, guys. Yeah, Pocket Salsa's laughing because you're like, yeah. I don't know where you guys are at. YouTube is showing me that it's still like doing this like little like catching up on time thing. Congratulations, Jazz Wizard. Please hit us up in the DMs. I know that we know you. And before I let you guys go this evening, because this has been a weird as hell show, I'm going to show you a fun little check this shit out. This here is actually going to be a Peach Man, glow in the dark OG Peach Man. A dear individual said, can I pick your toy that you take to a travel toy with? And I said, go for it. And they said, ooh, you're taking this one. So this is Peach Man. What's actually dope as hell is even though he's actually a 2-piece vinyl, his tiny little hands technically sit in his little pockets there. So you can actually kind of give him a little twist and see that. And they probably glow the most out of any of my pieces. This is going to be Anonymous Rats. Please go and check out Anonymous Rats. They make some dope work. They've got a whole bunch of peach men, stinging ducks, and actually some really cool fucking standing up ones. Anyways, and the last piece I want to talk about here, because I'm going to be leaving it here in Huntsville, this is actually going to be called an interdimensional bully brat. This is by a sculptor named Bootleg Sewer Mutant. And this guy here is probably about 2 inches tall. And at this point, there's only going to be a couple of these that I actually ended up having. I'm going to be holding on to one. One is going to stay here with Jimbo Slice, and B to the J has one of my other ones. And I'm stoked that in some ways, this is kind of how toys work. I feel like there was really no reason or purpose for me to have been able to have had multiples when this toy came out. And I feel like I was basically a halfway home for where these toys needed to go. And I'm stoked when that shit happens. Sarah Booze, you are absolutely right. Anonymous Rat rules. Guys, I can't stress enough that not only does this Anonymous Rat make some beautiful work, but they are some of the kindest, most generous, most professional individuals in the entire universe. I can't stress it enough. They have gone above and beyond so many times. And yes, Robert Bloom, 2 inches. So absolutely massive, a massive, massive, massive piece. Probably, I can barely even hold it. I could barely even get it in my hand. It's just so huge and girthy at about 2 inches long and about 1 inch in diameter. Makes me sweat, makes me drool. Anyway, makes me drool. Anyway, oh my gosh. It's been a lovely evening, everybody. B to the J, man. I can't wait to have you back next week. We'll both be in our home bases. Everybody in the chat, I really, really appreciate you guys sticking around. I know tonight was an odd one with it. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, Street Fight. I know it's been a really weird episode tonight, but I really appreciate you guys chilling, hanging out, and making it what Toyzdays always are, which is just enjoying time with the community. I love you guys. All right, everybody. That is it for the night. Take care. Be safe. Have a lovely weekend, and we will bombard you with shit soon. My wife flashed me the look. See, at first I just read my wife flashed me, and I was like, ooh.